2, and we are live.
Nice.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to
Comics and Beers.
Comics and Beers on YouTube.
Bruce and Stephanie. I was just looking at the microphone like that's where the camera was. I'm like, guys, I'm sick now. Bruce gave me his cold, so apparently it's making me delirious, and I think that microphones are cameras, and I look into them.
Well, let's blame Jack. Jack was the one that gave us all the cold.
I will blame Jack.
Jack is my almost 4-year-old son. His birthday is on Sunday. He had turned 4 on Sunday, which is pretty exciting. But you guys are not here to hear about birthdays or being sick. We're here to talk about comics and beers. And that's what we're going to do in this show. We're going to stay on for about an hour and a half, and we're going to talk comic book news. What kind of news?
Only comic book news. Just kidding. Probably movie news. Some other things going on in the world. Maybe just news about my day.
She does have a pretty cool day every single day. But we're talking about comic book movie news, comic book TV show news, and that includes streaming as well. And then we'll end the show talking about some actual comic book news. We only picked the big news items, the ones that are most exciting. There's news items that are out every day that are, we could talk about, but then the show would be 4 or 5 hours long.
I just said we look like news anchors, that we could just do like a news segment every night. And now, coming to you live.
But if you don't know us, if you're new to the channel, I am Bruce, and this is my wonderful girlfriend,
Stephanie.
And this is an adult-oriented show. There might be some adult language.
Just Rican is on.
Hey, what's up, Ron? How's it going, my man? We're going to be drinking some beers. So if that is not your style of thing and you don't want to see us enjoy some alcoholic beverages, we understand. But we just want to give you the warnings that, like I said, there's a good possibility there will be some adult language, and we are going to drink some beers.
And there's going to be beers. That's the most adult part of it.
That is the most important adult part of it. We do have some new features to share with you guys tonight, which is, one new feature. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'm pretty excited about it. This whole new streaming thing, I taught myself something new today, so I'm pretty excited about that. But, Stephanie, how about you tell us about the beers that we'll be enjoying tonight?
Alright, so we went with the different... Usually we're going with themes. This is still a theme. It's still all Magic Hat is the brand that we were doing. This week we kind of just bought like a variety pack, tried to keep it on like the cheaper side. Last week we went a little hard with like all craft beers, and it was like $60 for beers, and we're like, this week we'll go a little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter on the cash flow. So we have a couple of different options. Magic Hat had this great little variety pack, so if you follow us on social media, we posted a picture of it. The first beer they have is called Guitar Face.
Ooh, Guitar Face. They
have really cool bottles. That's why I picked this out of all the different variety packs. Cans. Cans were decorated pretty cool. Also, this is called Mad Patter, which I guess is supposed to look like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Everything's so far away now that we have so much space.
Yeah, we have a new table. A whole table that we put out.
This one is called Barroom Hero, which I think has a pretty cool name. Reminds me of the song Jukebox Hero. That's what it is. I got it. Yeah. This one is Magic Hat number 9, which if you guys drink any beer or follow normal, Magic Hat number 9 is like their main beer. It's the one that is usually generically out in the 6-packs. And then this one is called Art Hop Ale, which has a very cool can. Very cool design. And then because I wanted to have 6 different beers and there's only 5 different beers in that, I brought up one of these, which is an Arnold Palmer spiked half and half. I don't know if you guys have ever tried these. This is one of my favorite drinks of choice. If you like iced tea, it tastes just like iced tea with no alcohol in it, and it's pretty nice. It's a really nice like summer drink to have.
And so those are the beers that we'll be drinking. If you guys were able to pick them up in the store, drink along with us. It's going to be a good time. This is also a great time if you guys have a favorite beverage of choice that you would like us to try on the channel. Please just hit us up in
give
chat.
Me some suggestions, because I don't have a lot of beer knowledge, so I just kind of go in there and I'm like, that looks pretty. What is that?
So and also that give us a chance to drink like what you guys are drinking, which would be awesome. So, Stephanie, what is the first beer that we're going to be tasting tonight?
I don't know. I feel like you close your eyes and then I'll go like this, and then you just pick one. Okay, go.
See who's on?
Who's on? Heather!
Heather Jones! Dave Walter.
And Again, Dave? Dave, I thought you unsubscribed because we don't like Avengers Endgame. Love you too, Dave.
What's a dark beer? So we, at the end of the show, also rate all the beers from like what we like the most to what we like the least to give you guys an idea of, what to pick up. Because our opinion...
Based solely on our opinions.
Because our opinion is the best opinion. All right.
I'm gonna give a disclaimer now that I don't really like dark beers, so we'll see. Maybe I'll enjoy this. We'll let you know.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes, drink with us, please.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Oh my God, thank goodness it's Friday. This has been a crazy week for me at work.
That's not bad. It's not great.
It isn't bad. It has almost like a coffee aftertaste to it.
Yeah, definitely. Malty.
Yes. Is that what it is?
I think so.
What does it say? We don't even know what does it say? What kind of beer is it?
It's a Dropkick Murphys beer. So
I don't know what that means.
It's a band.
Okay.
It's a rock band. When Boston legends, the Dropkick Murphys, come hang out at your brewery, you better be ready to brew them. We were, and we did, and together we created the Ballroom Hero. This traditional pub ale benefits their Clydagh Fund.
Yeah,
Some kind of Irish
maybe
name.
It's Irish.
Charitable Foundation. Be a Ballroom Hero. Visit clydaghfund.org. Find out
Do you
more.
see what Dave just wrote on the channel?
Oh.
Dave, you're one of my favorite people.
All right, so like this, we're gonna talk comics and beer. So let's talk some comic book news. Just so you guys know, I usually pull all the info and I send Stephanie a Google Doc. The Google Doc she's supposed to read, so that way she can get up the news. But this is her busy season on her job. She's been at work super late every single night, so she really hasn't had a chance to do much besides wake up, go to work, come home,
go to bed, go to work. It's been like 11, 12-hour days, guys, and I'm sick. It's been a rough week. I'm super excited for Friday, except I have to work this weekend, so I'm not too excited for Friday.
All right. So the first news item we are going to talk about is nothing all that exciting, but so the new Thor movie's coming out in 2022, I believe. It's
Oh
called
my God, so far away.
Thor: Love and Thunder. We're gonna get Jane Forster in the movie, played by Natalie Portman. If you don't know who Jane Forster is, she was a girlfriend of Thor's in the book and also in the movies. She wasn't in the last one. I don't know why.
Well, I thought there was like a whole thing like with her and the director of the movie that she didn't get along. They didn't see eye to eye on the direction of the movie, and she didn't get along with the director, and that's why she signed out of her contract early.
Well, she's in this one, but that's not the big thing. The news that I found was that...
Oh, and Frank's on now.
What's up, Frank? Is that the director, Taika Waititi, I guess there's been a lot of buzz around Valkyrie being bisexual. And if you don't know who Valkyrie is, she was a big part of the third movie. This is our new feature, by the way. Should be working. But yeah, so she's supposedly bisexual, and so a lot of people are excited about that because that means, the LGBT community, it gives them someone to root for, and it's like someone in their community. But they're hoping that she's going to find her queen in this one, in this fourth installment. And a lot of people are hoping that it's going to be Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. And
is Captain Marvel gay? Is she supposed to be?
Not in the comics.
Okay.
So, but the movies don't have to follow the comics. I like it when they do. That's me. But he has come out and said that, that is a possibility. He's not, writing anything off the books. It'd be great for the LGBT community, blah, blah, blah. But this didn't super excite me. What do you think about it?
I think it's great that they're gonna have her, be bisexual or lesbian or whatever. I do feel like they make stuff like this news because they think it should be news, not that it's really news.
Yeah, they kind of drum up, just buzz around the movie and get it in the news.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool. I liked her character a lot. She was pretty badass in the movie.
Valkyrie was awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm all for it. I have nothing against that, but I don't know how exciting it is.
Hello, Jessica. What's going on? Are you Frank's sister?
Same last name. Same last name.
So yeah, that was like one of the first things that came up in the feed today. It was interesting. I like Taika a lot. I think he's a great director. And you know, if they want to make Brie Larson a lesbian or homosexual, maybe that'll make her character more interesting, because I didn't think she was all that interesting in her solo flick. But I'm known to be a little harsh on the movies. All right, next up we have Wonder Woman 1984, which is the next Wonder Woman film, which is coming out next year. Which I don't know if I'm excited or not. But the main villain of that is going to be, do you know?
Frank's her uncle. No, I don't. The main villain in the new Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah.
I don't.
Cheetah.
I don't know who Cheetah is.
Cheetah.
Is that like a Thundercat?
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Thunder, 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 Thundercats. I was all about that show when I was a kid.
Oh, there's lag. So, yeah. Where's it? Click on images.
Yes, Frank. Bruce is pretty handy technology-wise, which I am not, so it really works out, because it took me like 10 minutes to figure out how to sign out of my YouTube account and into Bruce's.
So Cheetah is, she is a woman who is then turned into kind of like a cheetah. She's being played by, what's her name?
I can't remember her name, but I like her a lot.
She
Why
was
can't
in
you remember her name?
Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
She's a great actress.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. But she is a comedian. And every time, I personally seen her trying to do dramatic roles, and it's not as good as her normal movies or her comedic movies. And I just don't see her being the main villain in this movie. But that was not the news. I just wanted to get...
Oh, look, now Stay Puft is on. Stay Puft, you are a true loyal YouTube watcher of ours.
Yes, you are, man. Thank you, Stay Puft. Thank you, everyone.
Apparently knows just Ron. Excuse me.
But there is a new villain that they just announced. So the director, Patty Jenkins, Maxwell Lord is also going to be in the film. If you guys don't know who Maxwell Lord is, him and Wonder Woman have a dicey past. In 5-7-ish years ago, Wonder Woman actually killed Maxwell Lord. It was a big to-do because, you know, the DC and Marvel superheroes that aren't Wolverine or Deadpool, or, you know, the people that kill, they don't kill. But what a lot of people didn't know at the time was that Maxwell Lord is a psychic, or what do they call people with mind powers?
Lord of the Dance, exactly.
Blah, 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 blah.
Alright, Bruce is rambling. I think that the first Wonder Woman was great, and I know a lot of people hated it. Bruce hated it.
Garbage.
I loved it. Gal Gadot, is that her name?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, like one of the most gorgeous human beings that's ever walked this earth, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. I loved everything about that movie.
I don't even want to get into it. I mean, the first...
Bruce disagrees.
The first... how do I want to say? First half of the movie. I'll give it the first half of the movie was fun and exciting, and then the movie fell on its face, and it gave up. The villain was terrible. The ending was terrible. It was one of the worst endings to a movie I think I've ever seen in my life.
Life.
It was really bad. But this character is actually pretty interesting, Maxwell Lord, because I think mainly because him and Wonder Woman do have such a interesting past together in current comics. So it'll be cool to see how he is going to be in the film.
Do they know who's playing him?
I don't think so. I just know that Patty Jenkins just posted this on Instagram, so it'll be interesting to see where that goes.
It will be. I'm excited. I'm just excited to see Gal Gadot. I'll get it one day.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
I don't know. I just hope it's better than the first one. This one came from DailyMail.com, which one of my friends from work sent it to me, which I haven't heard about this at all, which is pretty interesting. But Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer are making a superhero movie. Excuse all these ads. But
oh my god, so many pop-ups.
So many pop-ups. But it's not as...
Galifianakis? Oh, like Zach Galifianakis?
Must be. But I guess they're just two normal women who one day wake up with superhero powers, and they come together and they fight crime, and they look... I don't know, they look pretty awesome in these outfits.
Melissa McCarthy is hysterical.
Yeah.
Anything she's in is so funny.
And she does great physical comedy, which is amazing. So
Yeah.
hopefully this is more of a comedy than an
It looks
actual...
like, I'm sure it is. I mean, that's usually what she does is comedies.
And Octavia's such an amazing actress. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what it's all about. There wasn't much information on this website at all except for this picture. So I was like, all right, they're also filming something. It's for Netflix, so should be pretty good. But that was really all the big movie news this week. It was a very quiet week for movie news. If I missed anything, guys, please throw it up in the chat and we'll talk about it because...
Female Chris Farley. That is good, Heather. I agree. She is like female Chris Farley. How great is Chris Farley? One of my best things is to put on a jacket and be like, fat guy in a little coat.
He was one of the best comedians, hands down.
Or that scene when he backs the car up and rips the door off and then tries to put it back on and then Kevin Spacey... What's Kevin... No, not Kevin Spacey.
Not Kevin, no.
What's his name?
From...
The other guy in that movie. What's his name, guys? Help me out!
What's the name of that movie?
Tommy Boy. And he,
Chris Farley and...
I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
Why
But anyway, David Spade. Thank you,
David
Steve.
Spade.
David Spade gets in the car and the door falls off. He's like, "What did you do?" And tries to pretend like it's him who pulled the door off. Hysterical. Such a great movie.
That was a great story. That was a lot of build up just for that. I mean, it was for all of that.
You love my stories. Stay Puft knows. He agreed Tommy Boy is one of his favorite movies, so...
And it is a great movie, so... Alright, this was all their big news of the week. Jeff Loeb is stepping down from Marvel Television, and I think this has a lot to do with... oh man, what's the name? Kevin Feige taking over as like the overarching head of Marvel Entertainment, period. And I don't know if he is kind of pushing out Jeff Loeb or Jeff Loeb is stepping down because he and Kevin Feige are not seeing eye to eye. But I personally see this as a good thing. I don't think a lot of the Marvel TV entities were that good. Some of them were okay. But if you look at some of the other Marvel things out there, like all the Marvel movies, they're just amazing. They're all really enjoyable, really well done. And the TV shows just... And I know Frank, I know you agree with me because we talk about this stuff all the time. Some of the stuff is fun and exciting, but most of the stuff is just, it's only okay. So that was some pretty big news.
I want to interject and tell you that Josh said that's him on Heather's computer.
Oh, what's up, Josh? Thank you for tuning in,
Heather.
my friend.
Hi, Josh.
We're gonna get you a webcam and then we'll do a 3-way or 2-way, I guess.
Technically, there's 3 of us, but there's only 2 cameras.
So what is that?
I don't know. A 3-way, a byway.
Byway. All right. This is not 100% comic book related, but obviously,
please love Stranger Things.
If you don't like Stranger Things, you shouldn't be on this channel.
Get out of here!
But they are filming, I believe, Stranger Things 4, and it was just released their episode count, so it's not really that big of news. But they are releasing another 8-episode series or season. So as long as it's not less. If they started putting out less episodes, that's when I would get sad. But as long as they're putting out the same amount, I'll be okay.
I love Stranger Things. Whenever Stranger Things comes out, that's it. I know I'm not going to sleep for like 2 days because I'm going to binge watch it. I think the last time Stranger Things came out, it was like, your sister was coming and you're like, my sister's going to be here. I'm like, your sister's going to get ignored. We're watching Stranger Things. I forget what it was for. It was like right around... Oh, so I think it was 4th of July is when it came out.
Yeah. It was
that weekend, and we were like...
We waited, though.
We didn't watch... I think we watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but we definitely stayed up past our usual bedtime, which is pretty early because we're old. Old and tired.
But yeah, so that was exciting. I mean, I can't wait for Stranger Things Season 4 because I know... what's the sheriff's name?
Why can't I think of names every time we do this show? Like, my brain is wiped clean, and...
Sheriff...
Is he even sheriff?
Isn't
Captain?
It? No, it's sheriff, isn't
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan.
He believed me for like a second. He was like, yes, that's it.
Oh my god. Hawkins, no.
Chief Hawkins.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
David Harp. No, what's his name? Everyone, help us. Why are we so dumb?
I don't know. Every time we do this, I like go completely blank.
All right.
I'm gonna do one that's not as dark. Can we do like the blonde ale?
Sure.
We're doing the blonde ale. Show the people.
This is the Art of Ale.
Art Hop Ale.
Art Hop Ale. Actually, do you know what we go? Like this.
Let me see.
Hold on.
There's a lag. Guys, we're slow.
No. There we go. There we go. There we go. And it's coming.
I'm waiting.
Maybe it's not.
Talk about me taking a long time with my story.
Sorry. It's the Bluetooth connection on this wireless keyboard. I didn't buy an expensive one because I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. There we go.
There we go. Now it's ready. Now we can show you after we pour it.
But how is everyone doing tonight? We have a lot of people on. Thank you guys all for tuning in. This is like, the support is well received.
Well appreciated.
Much appreciated.
It's
Very
nice
much
to not just be like an alcoholic by myself at home. Like, have you guys with me?
Yeah, what are you guys
Are
drinking?
you guys drinking? Yeah,
what
are you drinking?
If you are drinking, let us know. I know, Frank, you're probably drinking. You're always drinking. Cheers, me.
I knew I would like Frank.
So,
he's funny. He drinks.
There we go. Nice full screen.
Get a cable from Ray Reardon.
What?
Get a cable.
Get a cable.
For your Bluetooth
Oh,
keyboard.
well, the Ray, so the computer's back here, and I already have 2 USB extenders, and I just didn't want to get a third one, so I figured just get wireless. But this, I should have spent more than $20 on a keyboard and mouse, especially when like that keyboard's like $120. Everything, all my computer stuff is very expensive.
He's very bougie. He's a bougie computer guy.
It's my second hobby outside of comics. It's computers and computer stuff. What do you think of the beer?
I didn't try it yet.
She's so slow tonight.
Don't feel good. Wah.
Heather said, Josh said Arnold Palmer. Oh, you're drinking Arnold Palmer? Nice, Josh.
I got him hooked. He likes it.
Shipyard Pumpkin. That's another good one. We actually had that on the first episode.
Yes.
If you tuned in, you would have known that.
Yes, Dave. Keep up. God.
All right, so back to the news.
I feel like there was a bunch of movies that I saw that were coming out that I took the kids to see the Addams Family movie, which was painful. It was painful to sit through it.
Yeah,
but Bruce was sick last weekend, and I was like, I'll be nice and take the kids out of the house so he can rest. But I feel like I saw a bunch of coming attractions for movies that I was excited for, but I got like mush brain apparently, covered in like boogers, and I can't think because I can't remember except for Peter Rabbit. I remember the new Peter Rabbit's coming out.
Jack was very excited about Peter Rabbit. That movie's terrible, by the way. All right, next news item up for tonight is Marvel's Cloak and Dagger is canceled at Freeform. Freeform, I believe, was ABC or CBS. It's like a
child channel.
Yeah, child channel from that.
It was their parent-child channel.
It was a Disney-owned channel. And I think this whole restructuring under Kevin Feige and Jeff Loeb leaving, and this cancellation happened like a few days after Jeff Loeb leaving. I just think, and he was like, one of the main producers on the show, I just think there's going to be a lot of those shows that are slowly going to be canceled out because everything's moving over to Disney Plus, which is not necessarily a bad thing because I think everything being under that one umbrella, the content's going to just get better and better. I've watched season 1 of Cloak and Dagger. It was okay. If any of you guys watching season 2, let me know if I should actually start watching that.
Dave said I'm killing the sexual appeal of this stream, talking about my booger brain. So you guys can't really see this corner of the screen, but I'm reading this as you're talking that Rick and Morty's season 4 title reveal leads to response from Stranger Things. So I'm assuming that means that they put out something regarding the next season of Rick and Morty. Would you guys have watched Rick and Morty? It's been like 2 years since they released the last season. So if that's true and they're coming out with a 4th season finally, I am very excited because Rick and Morty is hysterical.
Rick and Morty season 4 will once again just be 10 episodes. The next run will also be split in 2 halves. Still with a supersized of 70 episodes reportedly ordered from Adult Swim. So season 4, November 10th.
You've never seen it, right?
I have not. November 10th is only like 2 weeks away.
I know, it's exciting, guys. I don't follow any kind of news or social media Bruce sent me the things to read today for the comics book news, and I just have no time. I'm so busy at work, and I'm like, if I spend 5 minutes reading anything, I'm going to be stuck here later than I already do every day. So I didn't read it.
This is not really comic book related, but it's Disney Plus, and if you don't like Hocus Pocus when it first came out, and we were all kids, except for Frank. Frank might not
You
have
were an
been
old
a kid.
man already, Frank. You were born an old man.
He's probably in college already or something. But I really enjoyed this this movie. It had such great actresses in it. I didn't read this article because I didn't get a chance. I got this as I was walking out.
I loved Hocus Pocus. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I own it on DVD. I made all my children watch it. I love that movie. It's so like cheesy and
It's so good.
Disney movie-esque, but amazing. I loved it.
So they're just saying that they are basically, there's someone, it's in development, so there's no much more information other than that. I guess the Workaholics co-producer and writer Gene Telangelo are the ones starting to work on it. I mean, it would be amazing if Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker came back, even though it'd be hard because, I mean, look how young Sarah Jessica Parker was there.
She still has like the horse face. She could still pull it off. She'd still just do the same horse face expression. I feel like she's got a lot of plastic surgery. She doesn't look very older, much older.
No.
I mean, she's got a little bit of like crow's feet, but she can pull it off. She could still do it.
I mean, I don't know, that's fun.
Josh said that his kids have watched it 6 times, but asked me what a DVD is. Josh, you are the same age as me. I know you know what a DVD is.
I think even as his kids are saying, what's a DVD? So yeah, what do you guys think about Hocus Pocus? Should
I just wish they would leave good movies alone. Why do they have to remake it? Like, I get movies that were like the first Jurassic Park. The CGI and the like, everything has come so far since they made that one.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Hocus Pocus, there was just acting. There was no like special tricks that could have been better. I mean, yeah, there was some really cheesy, like the dead guy, like who she raises from the dead and like is in love with her ex-boyfriend. He probably could have been done a little bit better, but leave it alone. It's a good movie and it's like a classic, and like they're gonna make a new one. It's not gonna be as good. Then it's gonna get like a bad name. Everyone's gonna be like, Hocus Pocus is a stupid movie. It's a great movie. Leave it how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not, I think if they just, I don't know. I think it could be. That's one of those movies. It's not like, it is close to some of our hearts, but it's not like a cult classic like The Goonies or, I don't know. It's just a holiday film. It's like, you know, Halloween film that it's great, but it's not like.
I just think it was big when we were kids, though. It might not be a cult classic that people are still like, oh my god, Hocus Pocus, but how many Halloween movies are there other than like Jason and like those dumb horror movies that are for kids that you still remember?
But what if they made it a sequel or something new and they brought back Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker? And
I just don't see it being done well. Anytime they do something like this, I don't feel like it's done well, and I'm disappointed. And
You
it might
by
just
Disney?
be like, I mean, Disney does do a really good job with most things.
And it's going to be on their
Most
new
things.
streaming service, so I think they're putting a lot of effort behind that right now because they want a lot of people to jump on board and subscribe to it. So I think it could be fun. I'm not saying it's going to be. It could be complete trash. You might not even make it. Who knows? But I thought it was newsworthy.
What else is Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker doing?
Right now, nothing.
So they have to do it. They
They
have to do it. They have no choice.
So tell us something, guys. Ask us a question. We'll take a little break from the news. We have some beers to drink anyways. We don't have that much more news items to go over. We don't have... we do have some really cool comic book stuff that came out this week that I'm excited to talk to you guys about. But, what do you guys want to know? Ask us a question.
Also, guys, I read an indie comic this week
You
that
did?
I liked, and I wish I would have brought it upstairs, but I feel like Bruce has this whole setup so he can just like Google it. And we can discuss that. You guys want to hear what I have to say about comics? I know.
Well, you didn't. You read two. You read Married...
I didn't read the Mary Jane one.
You
I didn't
didn't?
have time. I only read Unbound. That was the only one. But I've never heard of that, excuse me, my voice is going. Zenoscope? How do you pronounce?
I
Their
think it'd be
comic book?
Zenoscope.
Zenoscope. I read a comic book that they wrote, and I've never heard of that brand before. That, what would you call it? A distributor? Frank, I don't think I have the hand-eye coordination to play World of Warcraft.
Well, What do you say?
He said, when will you force Stephanie to play WoW? I don't think I could do it. I've tried to play, like, games that involve both my hands. Like, anything that's above Super Mario Brothers, I can't do it. I don't have it.
Well, maybe we'll do that one night on the channel. It'll be entertaining.
It would just be me getting killed 100 times, not knowing where any of the keys are on the keyboard, and like old grandma style, like that's how I type. So.
No, I think if we do any video game on the channel, probably like Mario Kart or Bond or.
Yes, I could crush Bruce in those things.
So, but let's talk about Unbound. I mean, because I was gonna try to read it, but I just didn't get a chance to do it, and it looks pretty cool. Like I said, definitely looks somewhat steampunky to me, but...
Yes, Bruce thought it was going to be a steampunk type comic book, and then I was like, what is steampunk? And then he explained that to me. Kind of live in my own little world, guys. I don't know a lot about anything. Only things directly related to my job or my children. That's it. But I wanted to pick something to read that was an indie book. I picked this one. I was pleasantly surprised because the last indie book I picked was so terrible, and I was like, oh, I'm going to pick another one. I'm going to hate it. I went in, maybe because I had such low expectations, I thought it was going to be terrible, but it was good. I liked it a lot. It was kind of cool twist at the end. It wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be. Even through the whole comic book, I would say for like 90% of the comic book, they have you believe it's this one thing, and then at the end, you're like, oh wait, it's not that at all. And so it had like a cool little twist, and I was excited to have read it.
Yeah?
I'm excited to see what happens next.
Nice. So you're going to get the second one?
Yeah, I think so. And it's got cool artwork, too.
This was written by... Cover A, cover B... What?
What?
You're going to tell us who the cover artists are, but where's the...
They don't want you to know. Isn't it on the first page?
Oh, this is just,
So I guess Ray is saying that he watched Gotham on Netflix, which I don't know what that is because I don't.
It was a Fox show about Gotham City before there was a Bruce Wayne or before there was a Batman, and it deals with a lot of the origin stories of a lot of the main villains of Batman. And I watched the first 2 seasons, I think. The show just got silly, in my opinion. Ray, if you're enjoying it, man, please enjoy it.
You guys want to know what show you should be watching? Is the show that Bruce and I watched the other day.
Which one was that?
Watchmen.
Oh, The Watchmen. Yes, that's something we totally talk about. That we should talk about that tonight because we don't have a lot of news to talk about. But The Watchmen, and so especially since we just wrapped the TV news, let's talk about a little TV. This is on HBO. Mm-hmm. This is a DC show, which, if you watch any of the DC shows out there, they're not great. They're not great, movies or TV. But this was, in my opinion,
also I agree with Bruce.
Is an amazing... Well, the first episode was an amazing, action-packed, mystery-filled, well-acted...
Visually stimulating.
Very visually stimulating, well-paced, engaging show. There were so many elements of that show that kept you asking questions. Like, we kept them pausing it because we watched it on streaming. So we kept them pausing, like, wait, what? And we talk about it for a minute, and then start playing it again. And then one of the kids would wake up, and then, I guess we'll pause again.
So it took us 2 hours to watch a 1 hour show.
And then you start watching it again, pause it again. It's just... There's so much going on, but it's not like overwhelmingly too much. It's just like if you watched Game of Thrones, there's so much information given to you. It's like all these characters, all these names, all these places doing these things, all different times, everything. And this is not as bad, but some of the things going in are just like, wait, they're doing what? What is happening? Why are they doing that? What? It's really good.
So guys, we've watched a couple comic book type shows together. Uh-huh. It's been like 20/80, I would say. There's only been like 1 or 2 that were worth any kind of time, and then the other ones were like garbage. The last one we tried was Pennyworth. Sorry, Pennywise is the clown, not the clown from It. Pennyworth. What channel is it on? Epix. It was on Epix.
Yes, Epix.
And it was so terrible. So bad They made them have like really thick British accents. It was hard to even understand what they were saying. Bruce fell asleep like with his head on my head, like trying to watch it. I don't think he saw most of it. It was so bad. So I had such low expectations when Bruce told me that we were gonna watch Watchmen. I didn't even know anything about it. So I didn't know it was on HBO. I didn't know what it was about. Anything. We watched the whole thing and then it was over and I was like, oh my god, that was so good. There was such a difference in the quality of show that HBO produces versus what Epix or the DC network or anything like that produces. Like, it was amazing. They did these like scene transitions where like there's one scene where they're looking at the pavement and there's water on the pavement and like it just turns into like the sky and then it's stars and then it's like a completely different scene, and the transitions from scenes, like things like they don't even need to add that in the show, but it was such a cool effect that like it stuck with me. Like I remembered it. Like it was a great show.
It was weird. It was definitely I'm excited to watch the second episode this weekend if we can, hopefully on Sunday.
You have to hear this banter that, Frank, I feel like you come onto our channel to start fights with people. I think you have too much free time on your hand.
What did he say?
He's saying that the show is terrible.
What show?
That it would,
Gotham?
No, wait, Ray is saying the show is terrible. And then Frank said it's the worst HBO show. I feel like, Frank, you probably haven't even seen it and you're just saying that. But he said the show would be better with Pennywise. I guess people don't agree with our opinions about how good this show was.
Worst HBO... Oh, Frank, you're crazy. You're crazy. But you're also old and you read probably the Watchmen comic book when it came out. I know that's a huge trade paperback. It's celebrated. It's like one of the best. It's just, to me, I tried reading it once. It's just...
Oh, Frank said we're wrong. So we're kind of like talking to and trying to read at the same time, so we're not really catching up. He said he was talking about the show on HBO called Dream On.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Dave said he won't pay for HBO. That's not shocking at all.
Dave, you know you can just ask for my login. Come on, man. Finish your beer.
What are we drinking next? Wait, can we talk about the other beer? Because I feel like you were like, how was it? I was like, I didn't try it, and then I didn't tell you. I don't love it. It's got like a very hoppy taste. Maybe?
It's hoppy. There's a lemon. It has lemon peel and mint. It was definitely lemony. I didn't really taste the mint.
It's got kind of like a bitter.
Definitely bitter. Yeah, it's hoppy. Bitter.
Aftertaste.
It's bitter.
I'm not a fan. I had a feeling I wouldn't like a lot of these beers, but I was like, I'll give them a try. But I knew they weren't up my alley of beers.
This is the Mad Hatter.
Mad Patter.
Oh, Mad Patter, sorry.
It's Patter's beer. What's a Patter's beer? Brewed with rosemary, Mad Patter is the Belgian style Patter's beer.
No, it's a biscuit and honey.
What's biscuit and honey? Like an actual biscuit, that like a piece of bread?
It's probably
is biscuit a seasoning?
English.
Biscuit. I don't know. Jessica agrees that the first episode of Watchmen was good. Thank you, Jessica. It was amazing.
It was so good. I mean, that show... Oh, definitely tastes the rosemary. That is weird.
That is weird. It's like drinking a meatloaf.
Oh, that's weird.
You know what I was thinking? We should have like
very floral.
A spit, you know, like a box that just have like a spit bucket. We should have like a dump bucket, so we don't have to get up and like dump the beers we don't enjoy.
Yeah, you ever been to like a wine or beer tasting? They have
yes.
those.
You just like, you're not supposed to drink the wine. You're supposed to just taste it and go. That's how I would do it. I'd be like this.
I go like this. Yeah, Watchmen. I'm super excited about that show. There's a couple of shows that I wish I was watching right now. I really wish I was watching Titans Season 2. I'm behind on that.
We're behind on everything. If we can watch 1 hour of TV a week, it is a huge deal.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's come to that. But what other shows are you guys watching right now? And Frank, I know you started watching Titans Season 2, and you said it was pretty good. I'm excited to hopefully at some point get caught up on that. But what other good comic book shows are out right now that we should be checking out? Very curious to see what you guys hear about that, because I know there's a lot, and I keep on forgetting about ones. I know Umbrella Academy Season 2 is either done filming or...
God. I love Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, that was really good. That was like another, it was done by Netflix. Netflix usually does a really good job with their shows, and that one was awesome.
The guy who can control the dead people at the end, like how he like saves the day and brings back the dead superhero. Oh my god, I was like, oh my god, like nerding out, like freaking out during that show.
That was definitely one of the best comic book superheroes.
You have to read also this, guys. You guys are hysterical. This like makes doing this live stream so much better. So Ray is telling us to just drink Bud, and then Josh is agreeing that beer should taste like beer, not Thanksgiving. And then Jessica says Bud is gross. And Ray says where he's from, you can buy 100 cans for $1. Ray, where are you from that you can buy 100 cans of beer for $1?
Budweiser for 100 cans for $1?
Doesn't sound right.
Like empty cans? Even 100 cans of that would be.
I know. You'd like you'd pay more for 100 empty cans. Doom Patrol was awesome. Bruce tried to get me to watch Doom Patrol.
No, you didn't give it enough episodes.
Two or three episodes,
no,
and I was like,
2.
It was so bad. I couldn't.
That show that is amazing. That show is so good.
Ray lives in Minnesota. I don't feel like they have beer so cheap in Minnesota.
You live close to Minnesota, didn't you?
I live in Montana. That's nowhere near Minnesota.
It's up north. It's weird.
It's like so. Like how? How do you think Minnesota's next to Montana?
I don't think it's nice. It's like it's.
We're just as far north.
If you're not on the East Coast, I don't know what you're doing.
But if you watch the movie Rio, they're from Minnesota, and that's what I think of every time I see it. She calls him Tiny.
The bird?
Yes, he's from Minnesota. Cheese and sprinkles. That's what he says. From Minnesota. It's a Minnesota thing. That's what he says. And they call it Tiny Soda, and that's what I think of every time. It's like mini soda, tiny soda.
Oh, I get it. That's funny.
They have beer cast.
603. All right, so I'm sure we're going to find plenty else to blow on about, but let's get back to the news. So we're going to hit the few comic book items that we have, and I thought this one was actually something that was really cool. I actually never read any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics, but they are coming out with their 100th issue this week or next month, which is pretty exciting, but that is not the exciting part. Check out the variant cover for issue 100. They have put the names of everyone who's ever worked on one of the issues. I think you had to be an artist or creator, I believe, or writer. But, I mean, there's some big names on here, too.
I guess if you're a big name, your name is bigger. Like Jack Kirby. Huge name.
Jack Kirby, Neil Adams.
If you're not
Kevin
as important,
Eastman,
they make your name super tiny.
Jim Lee, Bill Sen, I don't know how to pronounce
Sienkiewicz.
There's just some really big names on here, and I just think this is awesome.
Oh, right, that is true. That Bruce was telling me about that there's a girl turtle now.
Yeah, there's a girl turtle now. I believe the story is she was a girl who then got mutated into a turtle. But I wonder if I can.
I wonder like what the science is behind that. How do you turn into a turtle and then a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Didn't Master Splinter train them for years to become a Ninja Turtle?
Oh man, this keyboard's terrible.
There's so much lag.
What?
Said Jack Kirby never drew an issue, just some fan art, according to Frank. Frank would know. I don't know Frank, but his name was on there, like he was important. So. Ray, did you draw some turtles? Can we see some fan art, Ray? I want to see your turtle drawing.
Where is it? Here she is.
Jenica? Jenny. She's just Jenny from the block. Why does she have Wolverine claws?
I don't know. That's like, how each one gets their own.
Yeah, I guess she's got the Wolverine claws.
Yeah. Come on. Click on that. There we go. That is cool. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm all about it.
I guess.
But
I didn't even know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a comic book.
I just thought this cover was sick. It was so cool.
Guys, also, this beer isn't great either. I'm not a fan of Magic Hat beer, apparently. Because I don't love any of these.
It's giving me the coughs.
Like, I can drink it, but it's like, it's like a dry, hoppy, rosemary.
This one's weird. Alright, so this next news item, they are coming up with a new series of Deadpool. It's just, obviously there's been many runs
Kelly
of
Thompson,
Deadpool.
a country music singer.
I don't know. I actually don't know who Kelly Thompson is. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. But I do know that Chris Bacalo is doing the artwork. He is one of my favorite artists, period. It's this poster back here of Spider-Man and Wolverine finding some dead ninjas. He's just an amazing artist, and they are sending...
Ray said maybe do a show of beer you already like. That's why I did bring my Arnold Palmer beer up here, and that is what I'm requesting we drink next, because I need to cleanse my palate of all this not so amazing beer.
But they're sending Deadpool to a monster world, and they're going to team him up with Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa Bloodstone is an amazing character, and I'm excited to see her. She's basically like a monster hunter. She does a lot with magic and stuff like that, and she's just a badass. Guess the big word, a badass bitch that carries guns and swords, and she's such a cool character. And they only bring her around when they need someone to kill a big monster or something. So I'm excited to see her with Deadpool.
She kind of looks like the girl from Something's Killing the Children.
A little bit, yeah. And it's just Chris Bacalo's art is just so good. Scroll down. What is happening? This is what happens when you buy cheap mice, guys. Oh my god!
Next week, Bruce is gonna bring better equipment to this live stream. Oh, next week Bruce won't be here, guys.
I won't be here.
There will be no live stream next week because Bruce is ditching me to go to BlizzCon.
I'm not ditching. This has been a long planned event with my brother-in-law Dave.
I'm gonna cry, guys. There's gonna be a live stream. It's just gonna be really poorly set up. The lighting's gonna be all wrong. Nothing's gonna work properly, and I'm just gonna be crying and drinking sad beers by myself.
You be crying? Is that gonna be the whole thing?
That's the whole thing.
Where's Ray? Where's Stay Puft?
I'm I don't know any comic book news. I have no time to look this up.
You know that Frank's not gonna be here, so it's a good thing. Our number one fan will not be able to attend because he's gonna be in
BlizzCon.
No, he's gonna be in Korea, I think.
Korea?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Why go to Korea, Frank? Dave's excited for BlizzCon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys to have some fun together. Finally get to be alone together.
Alone. That's gonna be awesome. Dave, you didn't know this, but we will be doing some vlogging during the thing. I'll try to put together my first vlog video of my trip to BlizzCon, my time at BlizzCon. Probably won't do the trip back. I'll probably just wrap it up in the last night there.
You should just do a little bit every day. Just a little thing you can put together. A montage.
A montage?
Yeah, you should have some background music, montage music.
It's just BlizzCon.
Exactly. It's just shots of you and Dave. BlizzCon!
We'll probably do something like that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I have cameras and stuff, so that's not a problem. But, so yeah, there will be...
Vlogs of you cuddling. That's exactly what I expect. It's going to be you guys in bed together talking about your day. Today we did this. It was really adorable. Bruce got a little food on his face. I wiped it for him, and then I fed him some food.
Dave, don't entice her. But yeah, so there will not be
You could live stream from BlizzCon. That's true.
But I have to do it from my phone.
Your phone is... He's got the newest iPhone that's a computer in your hands.
Yeah, but then what's Stephanie gonna do? She'd have to set up all this hardware by herself, and then I'll have to figure out how to connect them. It's too much work.
No, you could live stream without me. You could just live stream at BlizzCon.
But it's 3 hours ahead of you. Well,
maybe then Shecky could join because it wouldn't be 3 hours ahead of time.
What if Shecky's gonna come on tonight?
I know. Where is Shecky? He's not here today.
He doesn't usually come on till late. All right, the next big news item of the week, which I thought was the biggest news item because I am a huge Tom King fan. I'm a huge fan of his run on Batman. So his run on Batman is stopping at issue 85, and the reason why he was stopping is because he's moving over to a series that's going to be called Batman and Catwoman, and it was supposed to release in January because his last issue is supposed to come out of the main Batman run on December, and it's supposed to pick up in January, the new Batman and Catwoman. That has been delayed. But he has come out to say that the reason why it's been delayed is because Clayman, the person who's going to be drawing the comic, the main artist, the only artist in the book besides color and whatnot, he wants to do all 12 issues. And sometimes in these kind of runs, what they do if a writer or artist can't keep up with the writer in the schedule, they'll bring in like a substitute artist to cover issues. Say the main artist says 1, 2, 3, they'll bring in one for 4 and 5, and then while 4 and 5 are coming out, the main artist will then work on 6, 7, 8, and then the other guy will come in for 9, blah, so on and so forth. But Clayman says this is such an amazing book. He's read most of the scripts. I want to do every single issue. So it's super awesome to hear that. I don't mind a delay. If it's going to be this good and that great, and I love what Tom King's done with Batman and Catwoman, I am totally okay with waiting for that. So, especially with Clayman on art, that is incredible.
Do you see what you named or wrote as a?
No, that's definitely a typo.
It's not English. The name of our video, or the explanation of what our live stream is Stephanie and I are hoping on our talking comic books and beer live.
Yeah.
Hopping has 2 P's. Hoping has 1.
Yeah, I think I did that. Although the first and second live stream were definitely just kind of cobbled together and thrown in. We're like, oh, it's working. Let's go. Let's move forward. And so I've been finding these little things in the descriptions, it says support the stream, blah, blah. I don't need any of that stuff, so I'll make sure that's gone next time, and I'll just put some normal description for episode 5, which will be in 2 weeks. But, it's funny for now. We're learning. We're doing things.
It's a work in progress. You guys, a year from now, be like, I remember when you guys first started doing that. Remember how none of the equipment worked, and how slow your keyboard was, and how for 3 minutes you didn't realize you were live and you were talking to each other, wondering if you're live, looking for your phone.
I'm excited to episode 25. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something. If you guys are on, you can try to win something. Who knows what it will be? It'll be obviously awesome because we're giving it away. Episode 50.
Like an anniversary, they have those anniversaries, your 5-year anniversary is this, your 10-year anniversary is that. We're gonna follow that. Someone's getting diamonds.
Ooh, diamonds. Damn. A diamond comic?
Yes. It's diamond in the rough.
Diamond in the rough. Guys, I have no idea what she's talking about. All right, let's finish up the news and then we can go back to the main camera. I know
Ray wants to win your sweet pink shirt. He likes your flamingos.
Oh, thank you. This is a $9 Old Navy shirt. Thank you very much.
You can get it for $9, right? It's probably even cheaper now because summer's over.
Yes.
So all their t-shirts are probably on sale for $1 because it's Old Navy.
Yes. So this is the last news item of the night, unless you guys can find more, and we'll definitely talk about it on the channel. But Spider-Man Noir is coming back with I think it's a miniseries, which is pretty cool. I really enjoyed Spider-Man Noir in Into the Spider-Verse. I thought he was really funny. He wasn't used too much, but he was a good character. In the comic book, they show him using guns a lot more, which I thought was really interesting. He's also from the mobster era, which is really fun. He actually died, I think it's back in 2009, but they just brought him back in the most recent Spider-Verse. So it's cool. I'm excited to see what the issue goes. The artwork, if this is the artwork is freaking great. I will definitely think that.
I think we found Frank's counterpart in Ray, because he's pretty funny and he's given Frank the business. He's giving Frank a run for his money.
Oh boy.
He's talking about how he can get 1,000 of those shirts for 50 cents where he's from, instead of 100 beers for $1. Pretty funny, right? I like that.
But yeah, that's pretty much all the news that we found. I mean, there's so much more news. Check out CBR.com. Check out Newsarama.com.
And also, I just Googled because I wanted to remember what other movies I saw, because I knew there's other movies that I saw that came out that I saw on the trailers for Addams Family.
Uh-huh.
And the new Terminator movie. That's the one I was thinking.
Oh,
yeah.
that trailer's been out forever.
I know, but we haven't talked about it. And
That's
I
true.
didn't know because I don't watch anything that's on YouTube except for Bruce. And I'm like an old lady. Even though I'm not that old, I'm still like, I don't know anything about technology. I like refuse to adapt. I'm like, I've had the same phone for like 5 years. I won't get the new iPhone. I refuse. I'm like, I have no idea. So I don't even know when movies come out unless Bruce tells me. So when I took the kids to the movies, that was like the first thing I noticed where I was like, oh, I didn't know that was coming out. Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger is up there with Sylvester Stallone where he's way too old to still be making these movies and they just looked so horrible. Although Sylvester Stallone is like another level.
Where
He looks like, I don't know, like
He has like his skin pinned back and they show him at the gym sometimes.
We don't have
still
10
looking
beers,
crazy.
Josh. We have 3. We're halfway there. I'm probably not going to drink all of them. I'm sick. I can't drink that much. And we're waking up and driving all the way upstate tomorrow.
Don't make excuses.
I'm making excuses, Josh. Why aren't you coming to see us, Josh? We had so much fun on our last live stream with you.
We did. That was amazing. Thank you so much for being part of that. I mean, that one went 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes or something.
But it was so much fun.
It was.
I had a lot of fun on it.
I mean, I love doing these things. And Ray, Frank, David, Josh, Jessica, anyone who was on the channel right now. I don't know if Stay Puft's still on. He might have bounced.
Ron was on there.
Ron, thank you for coming. Like, the support tonight is amazing. Thank all of you. I really, really appreciate it. It makes the night so much more fun.
It does. I like our Friday nights of being on here and drinking. It's fun. It's fun to hang out with you guys. You guys are all funny. Every time I read the comments, it's hysterical. I laugh. I enjoy it. It's like a fun Friday night. And back to me being like an old lady, I hate to leave the house, so it's perfect. I'm like, okay, I get to stay in and still have fun. That's exactly what I want. Double fisting my beer and water. I'm really living it up.
What were we saying? Oh, Terminator.
Terminator.
The trailer looks okay. I've heard early reviews are that it's getting more back into the world of the first two. It's not.
Well, they have that like Super Terminator that they had from like the second one where he's like.
Yeah. He's liquid and.
Yes.
So.
Liquid magma.
Magma.
It's from Austin Powers. He
He
knows no references. I talk to myself all day.
I know references. I just.
He doesn't know any of my references.
No.
He doesn't watch Rick and Morty or SpongeBob
No.
or Austin Powers.
I'm a
apparently.
big Austin Powers fan.
Then how do you not remember Dr. Evil being liquid magma?
I don't know.
It's like the end of like the second or third one when he tries to like have the liquid magma on the floor that he can't get out of. No?
No.
He knows nothing.
But yeah, the early reviews are
Exactly.
saying.
$1 million. That's
Well,
like right.
you said that. Everyone said that. But the early reviews of that movie are that it's decent. It's not as terrible as the last couple, like the one with Christian Bale or the last one, whatever the name of that one was. But so hopefully this is getting back on track. I mean, I love the first two Terminator movies. Those movies are incredible.
I'm laughing at Ray. Freaking sharks with layers. The way that Mike Myers talks makes it all... I can't even do his accent very well, and I'm sick, so like my throat's not working properly. But yes, the way he says that... One of my favorite scenes from Austin Powers is when he has the son, and the son is trying to talk to him, and he does that whole thing where he's like, www.shh.com.
Yeah. That was really good. The first two movies were okay. The
This
third
is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry. First two movies good. I know. I'm just saying. I thought it was ridiculous that I even saw that. How are they still making Terminator movies? Who's the girl? The mom who saves the boy?
Oh my god. I know all these names. You have a camera in front of you and like an audience, even though there's only like 5 people on here. But you always forget the names of characters. What if I can get this?
Linda Hamilton. Thank you, Ray.
Yes.
Well, she looked so old. She looked older than Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was like, how old is Linda Hamilton? Why does she look like that? It looks like she's partied very hard.
Linda Hamilton is 63.
And how old is Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because she don't lift. I don't think that's what it is. It looks like she's been smoking and drinking for the last 30 years.
Yeah, in the trailer, it definitely looks like she was smoking.
107. That's how old Arnold Schwarzenegger is. Wouldn't that be amazing? That's what we found out. I'll just look it up myself. Your computer has that lag.
It's his keyboard.
I'll look it up, guys. Although I can't spell Schwarzenegger.
If you can spell Schwarz, 72.
72. So I feel like Linda Hamilton's, what did we say?
63.
63. And she looks older than Arnold Schwarzenegger, and she's 10 years younger. 9 years younger. Although this picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger is pretty terrible. Oh my god, that's so disturbing. What is that? Guys, don't go onto the internet and Google Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you see this? You have to get that on your screen so other people can see this. What is happening? It looks like they put his really mushed up face onto someone else's body. That's disturbing. The only Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that I enjoy is the one with Sinbad when he has to get the toy for his son. You know
oh my god, yes, what is the name of that movie?
That's my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I don't remember what it's called. I just know that it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and she had to age for this film. That's what it is, Frank. Twins? What does that mean? I don't get it, Dave. So silly. That picture of
Wine's kicking in? Oh, wine's kicking in.
Frank's getting drunk. Good for you, Frank. Enjoy yourself. Live your best life.
Live your best life.
Yes, doesn't this look? It looks like a Photoshop picture of his face onto someone's body.
Well, no, him and Stallone were going back to back for a while, trying to get jacked.
Oh, when Mr. Mom, that's the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito movie, right? Where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant.
Oh my god, that was such a weird movie.
Or there was another one. Oh, Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
That was a good one too. I don't like any of his action movies. Oh no, he did. Was it Predator that he did?
Yes.
Predator is an awesome movie. That I like. He's got some good movies out there. I take it back, Arnold. You can keep making movies.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. That's what it was called. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's a good Christmas movie to watch with the kids because it's so silly, but like it's got a lot of physical comedy and kids love that. Guys, I'm so far behind on my drinking.
Oh, you're sick. You're alright.
I get a pass.
You get a pass.
Last Action Hero. I don't know that I ever saw that, Josh.
That one was pretty bad. I think Arnold plays like he's a character of like a come to life type thing.
You guys remember that movie with... Oh my god, how do I not remember his name? I swear, as soon as this is on, maybe it's the lights do something to me. He's a comedian. He committed suicide. Robin Williams. The movie with Robin Williams and Joan Cusack. Toys. And like he's like the son of like
that was weird.
That was I don't know why, but I remember as a child loving that movie. Like that's like a fond memory of mine. Is that movie? A fond memory of mine. It's Toys. The Eraser. I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't know that. I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger was the Vin Diesel of his time. Like his acting isn't amazing.
Well, no, he was way better than Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's garbage.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel does all those same type like action movies where like it's like not really.
Yeah, but he hasn't been able. Like Vin Diesel hasn't been able to like spin out his career and do it actually like. What Arnold did, I thought was smart, especially for him. He spun out he broadened his horizons away from action movies and did like Jingle All the Way and the movie where he got pregnant and. All those other movies
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, he did a lot of other movies that were just like family fare, and he was actually pretty funny in a lot of those movies. He's not a terrible actor. Like, he was decent, and...
There's a soundboard on the internet that's all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and they have like all those clips from like Mr. Mom and stuff. And I guess there was an interview with him where he's talking, I'm assuming, as like when he was governor. And he says this line, the best time for teenage pregnancy is between 3 p.m. and like 4 p.m. or something like that. But it's like when my oldest son was little, he used to play that all the time. The perfect time for teenage pregnancy. Like it was just like that. It was so ridiculous, but so amazing at the same time. Also, guys, we're on to my Arnold Palmer. Bruce has moved on to something else because I'm too slow. So much better. We should just drink 6 Arnold Palmers and just hang out with you guys.
No way.
So much better.
Vin Diesel. There's the new trailer for Bloodshot. Have you watched that?
No, I don't know what Bloodshot is. That's the new Vin Diesel movie?
Yes. We can bring that up, and guys, we'll do a live...
Oh, Shecky's on! We were just talking about you, Shecky.
Shecky, what's going on, man?
Saying that you don't come on till late, and we were like, where's Shecky? Because Bruce is going to BlizzCon next week, and he's like talking about live streaming from that, and that'll be 3 hours earlier. And I said that would be perfect for Shecky.
It would be perfect for Shecky. Oh, Shecky, how's it going, man? Across the pond. Oh my god, just click. Guys, I just gotta tell you, don't buy cheap things.
Never again. Bruce doesn't want to buy cheap things either, so I'm surprised.
I wanted to see if this would work.
Oh, your other mouse isn't wireless.
No, it's perfect.
It's perfect. My job bought 2 of the guys that I work with one of these gaming mouses to use, and I tried to like use this other guy's computer. It was terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was terrible. Like, it was like, I kept having to like pick the mouse up and like move it around. It was god awful. I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I just have this $10 mouse over here.
$10 mouse. Alright, so guys, we're gonna try to watch this trailer.
Shecky, he's gonna try to stream from the event because he's gonna be there next Friday, and so I am not capable technology-wise of streaming by myself. So Bruce is gonna try to stream by himself, or at least do like a video, some kind of vlog.
Vlog.
A montage we were discussing. If you guys have any good montage music. If you guys watch South Park, there's a great episode where they do a montage and they sing that song in the background. It's a montage! It's the skiing one. It's pizza and french fries. Frank is saying you won't do it, and then he said boo. He doesn't trust that you'll...
I mean, I just don't know if I'll have time. Because Dave and I are going to be going until 9 p.m. at night. That's when the events stop. And then there's after parties right after that. So if there's time after the parties, but we still need to get dinner.
Yeah, but the point is to like live stream at the event. That's what people want to see. It's like you there, showing people costumes and what they're doing and where you're going. Not
but that's part of the vlog, not live streaming.
Well, you do either or is the point.
The point.
The point. You wouldn't just like sit down and be like, "Hey guys, I'm just going to tell you about my day." People don't want to hear about that.
Oh, they don't want to hear about that? Alright, let's see if I can get this trailer working. Where's this mouse? There we go.
And why is everything Vin Diesel do so bad? And why do they keep casting
And initiate
him?
sequence.
I guess people are watching his movies. Does he? But he doesn't do the Fast and Furious movies anymore, does he?
He does.
I thought The Rock and someone else does it.
Hopefully you guys can hear that. Stephanie cannot.
Well, because I turned the sound off on
yourself
my
killed.
computer.
At
So,
It's gonna be
RST,
delayed,
we
so
rebuild
it's
the most
alright.
important assets in the U.S.
but I mean, we should hear
military.
something.
Soldiers like yourself. You're the
Maybe too
first
busy
who
leveling
we
up,
successfully
that's what
managed to
Shecky
bring
said.
back. Improved, enhanced.
Oh, Shecky. Good
Technology
bird.
in your veins. You have an army inside you that will not only make you
This movie
stronger,
it's based on a
but
comic
heal
book.
you
It's
instantly.
about this guy that's Marine who gets killed. This company brings him back to life from nanotechnology. And they erase his brain and they
Where are you going?
keep
I've got
putting
unfinished business.
things in his brain.
I'm gonna find the man who murdered
Make
my
him
wife.
think that
and
his
killed
life was killed by someone and make him hunt down that person. But they change who the person is each time they release the brain. So they give him a new target. And so they can do that.
Oh, that's not good.
Obviously, what's he gonna do? He's gonna find
Alright,
him
shut him down.
And then my wife's still alive. Is she still alive?
And initiate sequence.
I never wrote the novel. I think it's an
Because it is
book.
comic book music.
Okay, who is
Diesel,
the next
best
target for elimination?
actor.
Who said that? Right.
Tell me, do you remember anything?
I don't know if I agree
Do
with
I
that,
know
right?
you guys?
He's
I don't
not
think
the
so.
best. But, I mean, obviously people like him. He's still on. And they keep giving him roles.
I mean, they're making Fast and
think
Furious
is real?
9.
But I don't think he's on that
Sometimes I-
anymore.
No, he is?
Initiate
It's The Rock
sequence.
and someone else.
No, that's the spin-off movie.
I don't watch it. Little First.
Just so you guys, if you guys didn't know, no.
You can't control me forever.
Sure about
Cardi
that?
B, Fast and Furious.
Revenge is what makes a man
So it
like
should be
you
good.
exceptional.
You know nothing about men
Next
like me.
episode, I guess it's the last thing.
absolutely fantastic.
We can't hear it, so
I
Bruce
feel like I
doesn't
just
know.
heard this. Are they playing this in
Too loud.
repeat?
The trailer. Please stop the trailer. My ears. Sorry, guys. Bruce is terrible at this.
Hey, not terrible. Trying new things in this episode, guys.
This is the pilot episode. You guys can be like, I was part of the pilot episode. Bruce, what beer did you try? You didn't talk about it.
I did not talk about it. This is the guitar face.
You killed the internet.
Who said I killed the internet?
Shecky.
Jackie, I didn't mean to. Come on, man.
Guitar Face. How is Guitar Face?
Much better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know that I even want to drink any more of this poopy beer. I was going to say the S word, but I chose poopy instead.
We try to keep this mostly family friendly, even though there's no fucking kids up at this time of night.
As
So.
you say the F-bombs.
Well, I said it on purpose.
I'm like, I won't say shit, but he's like, fucking pack.
Well, it's just like, it's now what?
It's 11:12.
11:12 at night. No fucking kids are up at this time. If your kids are up, then I should be able to say,
I was going to say that we really racist.
don't, no. That is not okay. That is not allowed on this channel.
It'd be really funny, though.
Yeah, not okay. Yeah, I don't know. What else should we talk about? You get
Hey, Jackie said his kids are getting up. That's true. There's people on the other side of the world, Bruce. You're not being considerate. Cursing like this.
Shecky, you said it was 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. last time. What are your kids doing getting up at 3 or 4 a.m.?
Shecky makes them wake up and they work really hard. They study math, and his kids are geniuses.
Well, Shecky, good for you. Let your kids sleep in so I can say the F-bomb.
Or
Right.
just don't let them watch our channel. They can stay get up, but like...
All right. We're going to spend the next 5-10 minutes hanging out. If you guys have any questions for us, silly or not, comic book related or not, let us know. I mean, we are open to anything.
I have questions
What
for
do
you, Bruce.
Hit me.
Bruce, what is your favorite comic book that you're reading right now?
Favorite comic book that I'm reading right now? Can we separate them into indie and...
Nope, you gotta pick one. It's gotta be your favorite.
That is a hard choice.
I watched your last video today because I haven't had time, but I tried to catch up today, and you gave your first review on the ones you didn't like, and then you're like 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
I mean, this week was awesome for comic books. Marauders. I saw some people saying it was the best X-Men book they ever read. This is exactly what I want from an X-Men book. And I was like, did I read the same book that you read? Because that was absolute fucking garbage.
Oh my god, the F-bombs are back.
It was not a good book, and the fact that people were so hyped about that book, I just don't get it. And there was the editor of the X-Men books are saying that this was going to be the cornerstone, where all the the books that are spinning out of it are based on. I'm like, what? Please tell me that's not true, because that is horrible. But
was when I was looking for something for you to pick up for me, I saw the Marauders book and I was like,
no, I mean it had some good characters in it. But overall bad.
Josh agrees he's bored with X-Men. I agree with you also, Josh. I didn't read any X-Men, but the ones that I read.
Josh has not read the House of X and Power of X. I think he would enjoy those. My most favorite comic book.
So Ray wants. Oh, right. Answer your question, then we're gonna try another one.
All right, my most favorite comic book right now, I would say, it's probably Batman. Tom King is just a fabulous writer. You do have to read all 82 issues to really get the whole story. This is not one of those books that you can just... It's not like Something is Killing the Children, which is 2 issues, which is one of the most entertaining books that I've read in the last couple months, because that is super good. But Batman is my most favorite book for the last 3 years. It's incredible.
Alright, so Ray said that he watches comic book movies and wants to know what's a good comic book movie for him to start with. My favorite comic book movie is definitely Into the Spider-Verse. That is my top comic book movie. I like the Thor movies also, but Into the Spider-Verse, blows every comic book movie I've seen out of the water. It's such a great movie.
It's funny, there's a lot of good superhero movies out there, period. Marvel has the majority of them. There's a lot of other movies that that are based on comic books that aren't superhero related that are also really good. But I think the most well-made comic book movie in the last 3 to 4 years is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's just a very well-told story, and what it does that a lot of other comic book movies doesn't do well is it has lots of characters in it, but it still sticks to this main story, pushes it through. All the other characters add to the story. They don't distract from the story, or they're not just pointless characters that are thrown in there for no reason. It's just
Such a good movie.
it is everything about it. The
It's
style,
amazing.
the art, the music. It's a great movie for.
The soundtrack is so much fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's a really well made movie. There's obviously other great movies if you want. It's a good live action comic book movies. What's the movie before Endgame? Infinity
Wars.
Yeah, Infinity
There's
Wars. I thought
Age
that.
of Ultron. That's one.
No,
right?
yeah, that's terrible. Don't watch that. Right. I thought Infinity
If you're
Wars.
gonna watch Infinity Wars, you have to watch everything leading up to it.
No.
Just start from the beginning and watch. Oh my god, Ant-Man! That's a great comic book movie for you to watch.
Yeah,
too.
that's funny. That was really
Ant-Man
good.
is a great movie. I love Paul Rudd. He's hysterical.
Thor 3 is really, really good.
Also, Jessica said Chubby Thor is her favorite, and Chubby Thor is my favorite too. He totally.
That was the
he totally carried that whole movie.
That was the only redeeming factor of Endgame. Endgame was one of the worst superhero movies I have seen since like Ben Affleck Daredevil or
Isn't Manja like
Catwoman with Halle Berry.
Italian?
Manga.
He says manga, but it sounds like manja. Like that's
Oh.
what Italian people say.
I actually do not. I know there's some really, really good stuff out there. I read 10 to 12 comic books a week, and so that's 40.
Well, I feel like Frank also told us to try Archie or Jughead, which I can't ever tell when Frank is serious. Like, are you serious, Frank? Are those
No,
good
we're not.
things
We're
to
not.
read?
We're not going to be picking up
But do
Archie.
you read them, Frank? Like, are they
No,
actually
Frank does
good?
not read. Frank doesn't read comic books. I tell him about comic books every single week. I'm like, Frank, oh my god, you reading that? He'll read 1 or 2 comic books, and that's it.
He's busy. He's busy fighting with people on the internet. I only read American. 100%.
What's manga?
They said manja. This is what Italian people say when they want you to eat.
I only read American. You guys have any other questions? I mean, we're open to anything. I mean, within reason.
More questions for Bruce. Let's ask him more questions.
I love more questions. I'm all about questions.
Bruce, if you had to be in charge of what the beers we're drinking and they were based on the beers you like, what would they be?
Some kind of Hefeweizen. I really enjoy Hefeweizen. I like German beers. German beers are usually pretty good. If we're gonna go American, I mean, like Ray said, a good. I mean, I'm a Bud Light kind of guy. That's nothing. I used to drink. If Josh is still on, Josh and I used to be able to crush a 30-pack each on a Saturday.
30?
Yeah, 30.
That's bananas.
Oh,
I don't think
no.
even in my heyday, when I was in my 20s, I drank 30 beers.
No. And Josh and I, when we were 21, there was a summer.
That's because Bruce likes the runs.
Josh and I would pick up. Josh, myself, and our friend Dave would pick up a 30 rack at whenever the store opened. Bring it home, start drinking, and we'd still be up till like 4 in the morning, and then we'd always buy a 4th 30 pack, and we'd be halfway through that by the end of the night.
That's insane.
We would drink a lot. My mom didn't love us that summer.
I
We were.
think any moms would love you that summer.
It
It's
was-
like a gross amount of beer. You're like that picture you saw where like the guy who drinks a bunch of beer and then what happens when he stops drinking beer for like 6 months.
I mean, but we would wake up in the morning, go play basketball, go swimming. We lived right on a lake. I mean, it was a rough summer, but yeah.
When you're young and you can do stuff like that, your body stops processing alcohol the same way. I get hungover for like 2 days in a row now from drinking one day. Like 2 days later, I'm still like, oh my god, it's still happening.
But yeah, I think if I was gonna pick the beers, I would continue doing what we're doing because I actually really enjoy picking beers or drinking new beers, and this was a good stuff.
And I have a question for Shecky. Because he said you should read Death Note manga?
Yeah, Death Note is supposed to be really, really
very
good.
So how do you pronounce it? Manga is a type of comic book, or it's the name of a comic book?
No, it's a type of comic book.
Okay.
It's a Japanese comic book, and you actually read them backwards because that's the way they read them. So
you start at the back of the book?
Right. So what is our front of the book is the back to them.
Well, that's because they write in a different direction than we do.
Well, they read in different directions too. Right. So you read a manga this way.
It's weird.
It's weird to us, but to them reading
it's like driving on the other side of the road for you, Shecky. It's weird.
So let's rate our drinks of the night since we are wrapping up tonight. So we have
Guitar Face.
Guitar Face, if you want to try that real quick.
Is that what this is?
Mm-hmm. Then we have Art Hop Ale, which was the one with citrus zest and lemon peel. Then we had the Mad Patter, which had the rosemary, which was fucking weird.
You're dropping a lot of F-bombs today. Versus drunk. He gets cursy when he's drunk.
Our Room, which was just the dark beer. And then we had the Spiked Humble Palmer. I would probably say if I was going to rate these beers...
The Queen has her comics read to her by her corgis. That's hysterical. If corgis could read, I would buy a corgi.
That's really good, Shaggy. My favorite beer of the night was definitely Guitar Face.
Yes, I agree. If we had to pick a beer out of the 4 that are Magic Hat beers, I would pick Guitar Face. Arnold Palmer is still my favorite because that's just my favorite in life.
Yeah,
So,
I think the rest of them are pretty much...
Oh my god, they were terrible.
I would not drink them, but this is pretty good. It's not bad.
Guitar Face is kind of like a generic beer.
Taste.
A generic taste. All the other ones have a very specific taste to them, and it's very... I don't know. If you like drinking meatloaf, drink the rosemary one.
Patterberg.
Yes, it was terrible.
Mad Patter. It was just weird. Not good. But I think that's probably going to be it for
That's really funny. The back of our screen is us talking.
Oh, sorry. I put that up. I meant to put them down. Sorry, guys. Rookie move.
It's Inception. It's us. Talking to us. Behind us.
Streamers usually have their computers in front of them, so it's so much easier. Ours is behind us. It's difficult. Oh, Josh, did you see your...
Colorado beers? What's a Colorado beer? Except for, like, what? Coors Light? That's Colorado, right? Tap the Rockies.
Oh, Coors Light is my least favorite beer.
When I was a kid, my mom drank Coors Light.
Ew.
That's what it makes me think of.
Ew. I have to talk to your mom about that.
We have a conversation. Oh my god, guys, we can talk about this on my channel. Do you know what my mom told me today? And I totally forgot to tell the kids because I'd be so excited.
What?
Bill asked her to marry him.
No way!
Yes!
That's amazing!
I know!
That's so great!
I know! I was like gonna cry. I was so excited about it. I said, I'm very happy for you. I'm a little disappointed he didn't ask for my permission first.
That's amazing.
My mom and my stepdad have been dating now for 30 years.
That's incredible, guys. I'm very happy for them.
But they're getting married now, which is adorable, and I'm so happy for them.
Your mom must be ecstatic.
She's so happy.
That's great.
Yes, it's adorable, and I'm so happy for them. And I'm going to tell my kids, and they're going to be so over the moon. Sophia was like, if you and Bill ever get married, I have to be the flower girl. So we have to plan some kind of event.
She'll be like kicking people down the aisle.
Yeah, shoving flowers in your face.
like these flowers? Do you have anything else to say?
You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I enjoy every Friday night that I get to be with you guys. It's a lot of fun for me.
Yes. Ray, welcome to Friday nights. I hope you come back in 2 weeks. Again, reminder, guys, we are not going to be on next week. I'm going to be in BlizzCon, in California, at BlizzCon, which happens in Anaheim, California. So I'll be there next weekend, but we will be back in 2 weeks. So that will be November 8th. November 8th.
Oh, yeah, because you're going to be gone the first.
Yep.
So, the 8th, yes.
We'll be back November 8th. We'll have 2 weeks of news to talk about, so hopefully there's a bunch to talk about. Stephanie will have 2 weeks to scope out the beer scene.
Yeah, give me some suggestion, guys, because I go into the beer distributor like lost. I just walk around and I'm like, I pick things based on their cans, which obviously is a bad life decision because all of these beers were terrible. And then last week, when I spent $60 on beers, we threw away 2 of them. So
What's a FiOS?
Shecky, didn't we talk about this last week?
Yes, we did, Shecky. We're not to explain that again.
Rewatch last week's video, Shecky.
If you guys are not following on social media, please make sure you are. They are right down here somewhere.
Yes, Bruce and Stephanie, Bruce _ comics.
Yeah, we like said we post the beers every.
We try. We try
to get it out Wednesday.
We're so busy.
Try to get it out Wednesday, but Wednesday usually gets crazy. We try to get it out Thursday at least, so that way you guys have some time to pick up the same beers.
Shecky said, "I just love to say FiOS." I like you, Shecky. We should fly Shecky in one day if we're ever YouTube famous. Shecky, we got YouTube money. We're gonna fly you in. You can come hang out with us.
Shecky, what are some English beers that we should pick up next week or in 2 weeks?
Do they have those? Like, is Guinness is an Irish beer?
There's 100% English beers. Shecky,
give us some English beers. What is popular over there?
Leave a message.
Something that we could buy here, though.
Leave a message down in the description below, so that way we can come back and refer to it when she goes to the store.
Strongbow. I feel like he told us about Strongbow last time.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I can find that. I'll try.
Boddingtons. I've heard of Boddingtons before.
I've never heard of that. Greek god of high-speed internet. It does sound like a Greek god named Fios. Fios, the Greek god of high-stream internet.
But truly, we really appreciate you guys coming by. Hopefully the lighting was really good tonight. We have a slightly higher angle. Sorry.
We changed some things up today.
We did change some things up. Hopefully that worked out. Let us know down below what you guys thought. Yeah, and if you guys see any news that you would like us to talk about during the week, just hit us up on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know. We will talk about anything that you guys, which is comic book related, on the show.
Even if it's not comic book related, I could go on a rant about anything.
She could. But we're going to try to keep it comic book related or beer related. Comic books and beer. We'll talk about either. But
or Jennifer Aniston. I will go on a rant about that. Oh, I killed him, guys.
But I think that's gonna be it. I think it was a really good episode tonight.
Jessica said our lighting was great. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for joining us tonight.
And I apologize about that audio with the clip. I will fix that. I'll make sure that my meters are in the right position.
Plus, you really want to hear Vin Diesel scream and hear what he has to say. So get to the chopper!
But hopefully you guys like that new layout where we can actually show you guys the articles and show you guys the photos. I think that'd be really helpful when we're actually talking about people especially for casting news. I think it's really important to be able to share that with you guys and that you guys can also see what we're seeing. So, yeah, but I think that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back in 2 weeks, November 8th. A new episode. We'll be here. We'll be doing it. And
yeah, thank you guys. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sick, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Peace.
Now I have to turn around and turn off the stream.
Can't you do it here? No?
Nope.
Alright.
Shecky.
Look at the back of Bruce's head.
Thanks for coming in. Frank, thank you. Josh, thank you.
Jessica,
thank you.
What
Ray.
are you forgetting? Ray.
Ron.
So many people. You guys are awesome.
You guys were awesome.
Dave. Come on, Dave. How
Yeah, where'd you go,
Frank?
Dave? Alright. For real this time. Thanks, guys. Peace.